Vybz Kartel's life reads like an amazing drama. Once the biggest name in dancehall music, Kartel ruled the scene with his catchy songs and bold style. But everything changed when he was jailed in 2011, and the world watched as his life took a surprising turn. Even behind bars, Kartel kept making music and stayed in the spotlight. Now, after more than a decade in prison, he's finally out again. This is the fascinating story of Vybz Kartel, his rise to fame, his time behind bars, and his big comeback as a free man. In this video, we will discuss his Vybz Kartel life before, after, and in prison. Before we begin, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for regular updates. Let's get started. The rise of Vybz Kartel as dancehall's unstoppable force. Before his incarceration, Vybz Kartel was already a towering figure in the world of dancehall. Born as Adidja Palmer in Kingston, Jamaica, he quickly rose through the ranks with his sharp lyricism and charismatic persona. Kartel's music, often raw and unfiltered, resonated with the youth, making him a household name. Tracks like Clark's and Romping Shop dominated the airwaves, establishing him as the voice of the streets. His influence extended beyond music as he became a cultural icon, known for his controversial views and unique style. By the time of his arrest in 2011, Vybz Kartel was more than just an artist. He was a movement, a force that seemed unstoppable. The legal battle that shocked Jamaica. Kartel's arrest in 2011 sent shockwaves through Jamaica and the global music community. Charged with the murder of Clive "Lizard" Williams, his trial became one of the most high-profile cases in Jamaican history. The legal proceedings were filled with drama, from alleged evidence tampering to widespread media coverage. Throughout the trial, Kartel maintained his innocence, but the evidence presented by the prosecution painted a damning picture. In 2014, he was convicted and sentenced to life in prison, with eligibility for parole after 35 years. The conviction was met with mixed reactions. Some believe justice was served, while others saw it as a blow to Jamaica's musical landscape. Despite his imprisonment, Kartel's influence remained strong, as his fans held on to the hope of his eventual release. His life behind bars. Prison didn't silence Vybz Kartel. Instead, it seemed to fuel his creativity. Despite the restrictions, Kartel continued to release music, much to the surprise of many. His prolific output included hits like Fever and Mam, which kept his name alive in the dancehall scene. Kartel's music from behind bars carried a different weight. There was a rawness and depth that reflected his circumstances. He became a symbol of resilience, proving that even incarceration couldn't dim his creative light. The question of how he managed to produce so much music from prison remained a topic of speculation. But one thing was clear: Vybz Kartel's voice was as powerful as ever, and his fans remained loyal, eagerly awaiting each new release. Kartel's influence beyond the cell walls. Even while incarcerated, Vybz Kartel's influence extended far beyond the prison walls. His music continued to dominate the dancehall charts, and his impact on the genre remained undeniable. Kartel's style, known for its gritty realism and unfiltered expression, inspired a new generation of artists. He became a symbol of defiance, with many viewing his continued success as a testament to his indomitable spirit. His influence wasn't limited to music. Kartel's fashion sense, use of social media, and entrepreneurial ventures set trends that others followed. The man behind bars was still very much a king in the world of dancehall, proving that his legacy was built to last. The struggle for freedom, including the legal battles and appeals. Vybz Kartel's fight for freedom didn't end with his conviction. Over the years, his legal team worked tirelessly to overturn his sentence, citing issues with the trial's fairness and the evidence presented. In 2020, Kartel's appeal was partially successful, with the court reducing his parole eligibility to 32 years. However, the ultimate goal of freedom remained elusive. Fans and supporters continued to rally behind him, with the hashtag #FreeWorldBoss becoming a global movement. Kartel's legal journey was fraught with challenges, but it also highlighted the complexities of the Jamaican justice system. The fight for his freedom was not just about one man. It became a symbol of the broader struggles faced by many in the Caribbean. The day of release, a nation awaits. On July 31, 2024. The news that Vybz Kartel had been released from prison sent shockwaves through Jamaica and the global dancehall community. After more than a decade behind bars, Kartel was finally a free man. The streets of Kingston erupted in celebration, with fans pouring out to celebrate the release of their beloved Worl Boss. The media coverage was extensive, with everyone eager to hear Kartel's first words as a free man. His release marked the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, as the world waited to see how Kartel would navigate his newfound freedom. The anticipation was palpable, with many wondering what this next phase of his life would bring. Kartel's return to the music scene. Vybz Kartel wasted no time in re-establishing himself in the music industry upon his release. Fans were eager to see if he would pick up where he left off, and Kartel did not disappoint. His return to the studio was swift, with new music dropping almost immediately. The energy in his tracks reflected the years of pent-up creativity and passion, and the response from fans was overwhelming. Kartel's re-entry into the music scene was more than just a comeback. It was a statement. He proved that his time behind bars hadn't dulled his talent or his influence. As he began to dominate the charts once again, it became clear that Vybz Kartel was ready to reclaim his throne as the undisputed king of dancehall. The legacy of Vybz Kartel. More than a musician, Vybz Kartel's legacy extends far beyond his music. He is a cultural icon whose impact on Jamaican society is profound. His lyrics, often reflecting the realities of life in Jamaica, resonate with people across all walks of life. Kartel's story is one of resilience, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of his truth, regardless of the obstacles he faces. His influence on fashion, language, and the overall culture in Jamaica is undeniable. Vybz Kartel is more than just a musician. He is a movement, a voice for the voiceless, and a symbol of the power of the human spirit. His journey, from the heights of fame to the depths of incarceration and back to freedom, is a testament to his indomitable will and his enduring legacy. The challenges of rebuilding after prison. Rebuilding a life after more than a decade in prison is no easy feat, even for someone as resilient as Vybz Kartel. The world outside had changed significantly since he was first incarcerated in 2011, and Kartel had to navigate these changes while re-establishing himself as an artist and a public figure. The challenges were numerous, from adjusting to new technologies and social dynamics to reconnecting with his family and community. However, if anyone could rise to these challenges, it was Kartel. His determination to succeed and his deep connection with his fans gave him the strength to rebuild his life and career. The process was ongoing, but Kartel's initial steps upon his release suggested that he was more than ready to face whatever lay ahead. What's next for Vybz Kartel? As Vybz Kartel begins this new chapter of his life, the world watches with anticipation. The future holds endless possibilities for the dancehall icon, and fans are eager to see what he will do next. Will he focus on his music, continue to influence the culture, or perhaps venture into new territories such as film or business? One thing is certain, Vybz Kartel's story is far from over. His journey has been marked by extraordinary highs and lows, but through it all, he has remained true to himself and his art. As he steps back into the world as a free man, the legacy of Vybz Kartel is set to grow even stronger, cementing his place as one of the most influential figures in the history of dancehall music. In conclusion, Vybz Kartel's journey is nothing short of a roller coaster ride filled with incredible highs and devastating lows. Before prison, he was at the top of the dancehall world, creating music that resonated with fans globally. His life was all about hits, fame, and a bit of controversy, like a true dancehall king. But then came the trial and the life sentence that flipped his world upside down. In prison, he hasn't just faded away. Instead, he's kept his music alive, releasing tracks that still make waves. His story is one of resilience and staying true to his art, no matter the circumstances. And now, as a free man, the world is watching closely, waiting to see what the next chapter holds for this dancehall legend. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it entertaining. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell for more valuable content like this. Thanks for watching.